Oh, I'm so absolutely in time today. Yeah. Hello, good evening everybody. Thanks for tuning in into another Draw and Drink. Yes, excited to draw again. I was really looking forward to today. Because I couldn't really draw since Wednesday, since the last stream, so I had to wait for the next stream, which is now. Pens are ready. So, some of you guys are working, like we would say in German, working. Would be a very, very beautiful word. Working. Okay, perfect. Better working than not watching. So let me know what you're working on. Oh no, you're working on something, of course. Let me know what your projects are you're on at the moment. Hello, Bowie. Hello, Mamadak. Crafty Draw. Hey yo, nice to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in today. I have not so much to tell you. Not very much going on my side. So we may be able to get into drawing very quick today. I had, like you maybe remember, not a very good start into the week because I was sick. Now it's getting better and better. Today is actually the day I feel completely fine again. So that's great, and also did some catch up on some work I had for this week originally, but obviously couldn't do. So yeah, perfect thing to close the work week with having a stream today, I guess. You're working on some construction projects. Oh, you make online courses for universities, okay. What kind of courses do you do? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, definitely an interesting job. So, what do we always do first on the Friday evening stream, on the Draw and Drink? Of course, we're going to open up a bottle, and I again have no bottle opener here, so I'm again, as a very sophisticated upper class person, I'm going to open my beer with a cutter knife. Today it's again Brewdog. I still have some bottles from my Brewdog special package I got. So today it's going to be the Punk IPA again. Very nice beer. It doesn't get very boring, so I'm happy to have it on the stream again today.
Hello there.
Apple Pie Arts. Hello, welcome. Just in time. Thanks for following. Oh, the dog. Yeah, the dog said it's okay to drink some alcohol. We have to make some tests because seems like my system defense isn't really working well at the moment. So we have to do a few tests, but there's nothing speaking against a beer or two. So that's going to be fine. Yeah, the fancy glass. It's we call it a tulip glass here in Germany. I don't know if this kind of glass is available somewhere else, but this is kind of the typical form of a glass that we have here in this region, which is called Tulpe. Tulpe is translated as tulip because of the shape, you know, the plant, the flower. Yeah. Apple pie. Oh, you like the Instagram stories? That's great. I got some nice feedback on that, so it seems like people found it very interesting, which I'm very happy about because put some work in it, of course. So always great to hear that it's useful. So cheers to you guys, to a nice weekend. Tasty. One beer to one water. Yeah, that's maybe a good mix. Bunny Plushie, hello, nice to see you. Welcome to today's stream. So if you have been watching on Wednesday, I'm switching to the iPad now. If you have been watching on Wednesday or not, doesn't matter. But if you have watched, you know, or maybe remember that we stopped at adding shadows, blocking out shadows here on the drawing. I'm putting it on and off so you can see what I did here, like these, right? To add some depth to the image. And I have done that for almost all the left area, but not for the right. The car here is still missing, the people are still missing, but the buildings are on the left are almost finished. So next I'm going to do just the same for the right area of the image. And then we'll have to see how to blend in the shadows a bit better, because right now they are, for my taste, they are a bit too solid. They make the scene too much look like there's very direct light coming from the horizon, from the mountains back here. So what I want to do is soften up the shadows a bit, so we have a little more diffuse mood, so it looks a bit more foggy and without direct light, but like the light is coming through some clouds or some indirect light. But we're going to do that later. First I'm going to block out all the shadows, and then we can soften them a bit. So this is nothing special. I have this color here, which is a gray with a slightly blue touch, because I want to have the shadows more cold, a little bit more cold, for the overall, like this early morning mood here. A bit cold, there's going to be rain, a bit of fog, so a little bit of touch of blue is helping here to make this look more create a more consistent look of this. So let's go for the car maybe next. Oh yeah, and then of course the layer is turned to multiply, so it does blend in over the flat colors. And I'm going the long way here, not using the color drop tool. I could of course do like this, use the color drop. Oh, okay, no, not like this, but like this here. But I want the little bit of texture we have in the brush. I want that on the shadow areas. So that's the reason why I'm, like I said, kind of going the long way here. Of course, I could make my life a bit more easy. Maybe you don't even see it in the end. I don't care. This is the way I want it. And that's the way I want. I'm going to have it this way. I'm not going to start to sing now. No worries. You can stay online here. You don't have to switch the stream. Nick, hi. Good evening, or good day, or good wherever you in whatever time zone you are. So, what we're going to do today, something very special. The people who are in on my Discord server know it most likely, and also the people who watch regularly. We're going to raffle 3 gifted subscriptions, Twitch subscriptions, today for everyone who's who has on Discord raised their hands and wrote that you're in for the raffle. And our friend Cam Machine is going to give away these 3 subscriptions, which is very, very kind of her and very great. And I'm going to leave the Discord channel open for another maybe 30 minutes, then close it if you want to take part in that raffle. Now's your chance. Go to Discord and into the channel that is called Sub Giveaway. Just write that you're in, and then in like around 2 hours maybe, I think we're going to see who won and gets 1 month subscription gifted. I'm fine, thanks. I'm fine. Again, happy to say again, fine. And yeah, I'm always fine when I have the chance to draw a few hours. So you may think the regular watchers here may think that I'm such a happy person, but I'm not. I'm just only happy when I'm drawing here. So you maybe think that I'm always so happy, but that's not the case, of course. It's only because I have the chance to draw here, and then I'm always happy. Every other time of the day I'm just really grumpy and try to not hit any random people I meet on the streets. Hello, Daihutaru. Nice to see you again. Hope you have a good time. All right. Maybe the umbrellas look a bit weird. It's okay, I think. Oh, and of course today's the last chance to subscribe if you want to take part in the monthly, my first, hopefully then from then on, monthly critique session. Serial puncher. Yeah, so most likely next week we're going to have the first critique session with everyone having the chance of getting their whatever they want critiqued by me, some feedback. And like I put in my overlay there. If you want to know more about it, just type the command review, and then the good old bot is going to give you some more information. And then I hope the feedback session is going to go along very good, and I'm not going to talk all bullshit and everyone thinks, oh my god, what's he telling me here? That is complete crap. This is not useful. No, I try my best to give useful feedback to you, of course. You don't want your heart broken? Oh no, I'm not such a bad guy. No, my feedback is always constructive, never mean, or in any case just telling you that that your work is shit. No, we don't do that here. I would call myself able to give everyone completely no matter what their level as an artist is, valuable feedback. Done that before for a lot of people who wanted to apply for art school for their applications, and they were any level, like already very good and already not already, but and still at the very beginning. And there's always things you can use as a base for some valuable review. But of course, yeah, well, I'm going to do that in kind of in public here, so for everyone to see, because I'm absolutely sure, and it is my absolute mindset, that if you watch other people's art being reviewed, it always helps you for your own work. So it's really not only valuable for the one whose art is critiqued, of course, most for these people, but it's always also really helpful for everyone. This is why I recommend to go to application reviews at art school, even if you don't have an application finished yourself, or not ready to bring it there. Just go there and see how the people there give feedback to other applicants, other people who want to attend there. Yes, yeah, that's cat scratch. That's exactly what constructive feedback means. I think means that you go out of a feedback session and you know what to do. You're not like, oh, okay, now I have feedback here. This is good, this is bad. But for me, constructive feedback is always including some very precise tips and tricks what to do next, so you can right after sit down and start working on your art. Except of course you want some feedback on like your overall journey or like your style. That's something else. I I'm also happy to give some general feedback, like on like if you're not sure if your art style is consistent enough, or what style you'd like to pursue. That's also fine, but that's of course something more general. But if you want to get a certain piece reviewed, then you'll definitely get some tips on what to do next with it. Most likely it's going to sound like, hey, start all over, man. It's not worth it. Start all over. Delete the file. No, of course not. No, guys. No. Never ever. But a certain sense of humor is important. In any case, in my opinion. Yeah, drawing mountains is not as easy as it sometimes sounds. Actually, I think drawing mountains can be very challenging. Yeah. Santi Caste 505. Thank you for following. Hope you're having a nice day. And it just even got better because you followed me. Yeah, digital art is of course can of course be challenging because, yeah, like I said, there's so many possibilities. Can be very overwhelming. That's why I usually should suggest to not get a very expensive tablet or an iPad first and any very expensive software, but to get if you're starting out with digital art, and people often ask me what kind of iPad they should get and what they need, and I usually ask back, do you have any experience with digital art, or is it your first step into it? But because if it's your first step, then please don't put 1,000 euros in an iPad, but get a 50 euro used Wacom Bamboo, or I don't know, 20 euro used Huion or whatever. There's many cheap, simple tablets out there, and give yourself at least a few months and just use this tablet and try to get into it and into the feeling how it's like to work digitally. And then if you say, okay, I'm going to do the next step, then you can invest a little bit of money. Okay, sure, if you're rich, do what you like. I don't care if you're if you're rich and 1,000 euros isn't much money for you, then give it to the Apple. They need it. What was the trick to the mountains again? Yeah, let us know the trick to the mountains. Mama Duck. No, who wanted to? Cat Scratch wanted to draw mountains. Yeah, Cat Scratch let us know the trick. Santi, you're from Argentina. Hello, nice to have you on board, and greetings from Germany. I also haven't been to Argentina, but I also would like to go. Hey Myron, hey Milky, nice to see you guys. Hope you're doing well today. I am. What else could you want? I have beer. I can draw. Some nice people here on the chat. Maybe I need some new music here, right? Ah. Hello, hello. Who's coming in? Franco and Anamang. Nice to see you guys. Following. Thanks. Ooh, more and more coming in. Thomas Fribero? Am I pronouncing that right? Most likely not, but anyway, thanks for following. Somehow my new alerts don't work for new followers. I put so much love in having new alerts and then they don't show up. What a shame. Oh, by the way, I need to put on the reference again, not this one, but so you see the whole image, so I don't have to zoom out if anyone wants to see what the whole thing looks like right now. This is better. Milky, what did you miss? Just, you know, the standard stuff. Me drinking beer, me talking a little bit of this and that. And have you been here on Wednesday? Then you know that I'm just working on the shadows here for this image. Yes, getting our feedback. Thomas Fribero was a good pronunciation. Oh man, that doesn't happen so often, I think. Lucky me. How am I choosing colors, Anna or Anna? Here I have used colors I had on another drawing as a base. Maybe if you maybe you've seen it. I have done another Japanese street background study before this one, so this is the second in a row, kind of. So I took the ones from the first, which were a lot warmer and more summer themed. Took them as a base here, but for this one I am going to have more rainy and cold and foggy scene. So I took the colors and this green blue here, this one, then here the orange and red tones I have here, and just load them down to a more colder version. I don't have my palette in here, unfortunately, because I had to delete the layer because of layer restrictions in Procreate. But yeah, basically I chose like the contrast between the blue here, a little bit greenish blue, and orange yellows. This is the kind of the main theme or the main color contrast we have in here. And no, I just after that took variations of those two basics. Like you see here, back here, some more lighter desaturated versions. Here's more saturated one, like in the code. And same for the red orange, like you have here more saturated one, then you have here some going a bit into a brown area, and here in the background some going more into a light ochre. So these are all like variations of the same two base colors, same two, the blue and the orange. And then it's all just putting them together. I usually, when I pick a color palette, I usually think about the mood I want to have in the image. Like here would be kind of a combination between a chill and calm and very relaxed palette. Something people, not very realistic maybe, not 100% realistic, but a mix between what people consider cozy and sympathetic, and of course a bit of realistic colors, because of course these poles here, this metal styled gray is of course a color they have in reality, but with a bit less blue. I think they would be more plain gray, but this would look boring. We don't want to have boring in here. Boring is not an attribute I want I want for my drawings, of course. No one wants. Okay. Car is done. People, the shadows here from the people cast look a bit weird here now. I'm going to fix that later. You'll see why I do this later. Actually, very soon. Same here. Yes, today is special effects Milky, right. Coming very soon. Sophie und Tomke sind da. Hallo. Hat euer Umzug eigentlich gut geklappt? Und sitzt ihr jetzt zusammen vor der Glotze quasi und guckt meinen Stream. Das ist ja sehr schön. So I'm going to close the giveaway channel now. So everyone who's in is in and who's not is not. I am going to... How can I close this anyway? Actually, I don't know how this works. Sometimes I am a bit of a Discord noob. I'm trying to shut the channel down now, but I'm just too stupid to do that. I have to just. Okay, Senpai Knows Best is the last one who's in. Everyone's coming after is not going to join the raffle today, so I'm just going to keep that in my mind. I'm going to write it. Mookie, what are you doing? Little bit of picking here. Schlimmster Umzug aller Zeiten. Oje, oje. Das, aber jetzt ist es geschafft. Gut. Yes, I'm using Procreate. Correct. Yeah, the emote is really a nice one, I guess. That's cute. Pokemon-based emotes, yeah. Why do you always have all the others the great ideas? I know. I'm going to make some new emotes soon, I guess, because I'm not far away from, like, I think I need 2 or 3 more subscribers and then I can have more emotes, finally. So there's most likely more coming soon. Okay, so let's soften up the shadows a bit. I'm going to put a mask on here and I'm going to try with the space noise brushes. So now I can here give them a bit of softer look. Yeah, that was almost perfectly timed. Press Panda, thanks for subscribing. Very much appreciated. Thank you. I still have no overlay. My overlay doesn't work here, but at least we can. You had your Lit Biscuit celebration music. I gotta fix these the alerts soon. Blade Noodles, thank you for following. Hope you're doing fine. Milky, you have a question. Yeah, the feedback is going to work like if you're a subscriber, you can just send me a message with your Discord username and your Twitch username. If it's a different one. And then I'm going to add you to the VIP section of Discord, and there's a channel which is called Live Feedback. I'm going to give you a shout out, everyone, for posting your work there next week, and then you please just put your stuff in there with, if you want a little text, some little infos I may need, and then I'm going to just on the stream I'm going to give you a review one after the other. If you're not available to watch, then of course you can rewatch then. And I think I'm going to do it on the next Draw and Drink stream, I guess. So next Friday. So the shadows are way less hard now, a lot smoother. We can compare it like this is with and without. Meow. I usually have the grid turned on just that I can separate the areas in the drawing a bit. I could turn it off now. It doesn't. Now I don't need it anymore. I just have it on, like, because I'm used to have it. Is the music somehow got louder right now? But I find it extremely helpful when doing the scribble and the line work. So, like, for me it's really helpful on the first 2 second stages of a drawing, but now I don't need it. It's a good question though, because there was no real reason for me to have it turned on still. But I think it's great to just to see to see a layout of the drawing you have, and to have a little bit the areas of your layout in your on your mind. Press Panda. Oh, that's great. That's great. Nice to hear that it's that you like it and that it's relaxing to you. That's always what I want to achieve with my streams. That it's really relaxing to watch, so everyone can have a good time. What I wanted to add is some structure to the ground here, so you have a little bit of a feeling of this. The street is plastered. Not so super detailed, just with the... now I could use the grid again. Just a few little hints of stones on the street, or plates, or whatever. Okay, maybe some here. Okay. Next, I'm going to try to get some reflections in there. Some, like, we want to imagine that the ground, the street, is wet. So of course, on a wet street, we have some tricky reflections. We're going to add. For this, I'm just taking a selection here. I did some very slight, you see that here, some very slight marks with my outline color. But only very light. So let's try it again with, of course, the good old Space Noise brush. Then something like this. Okay, this doesn't really. So I hope it can be very, very simple like this. Yeah, I think this is going to work. Same. Of course, we could push this to the absolute limit here and do this extremely detailed. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to catch a few of the colors we see here on the walls and everywhere. So there's a little hint of reflection everywhere, but not too fully detailed, because I'm I'm just not patient enough to do that. Lazunzangi? Lazunzangi. No, I'm doing this from a reference. Of course, not now, not anymore. I only took the scene from reference. I can show you the original here. So this is the original. 2 or 3, no, longer, 3 or 4 maybe. Yeah, beginning of January, I thought I needed to try something new and or something I didn't do for a long time, which is drawing from reference and doing a background study, because I'm not very trained in drawing backgrounds, and I needed a little break and to do something else, and I chose to do background study. And yeah, I picked another Japanese nice street photo I liked, and used it as a reference, and this was so much fun that I thought I had to do it again, which is this one. This is the second in this row. And I think I'm going to do a third one, because yeah, 3 is always a nicer series than 2. 2 is only, I don't know, only a couple, but 3 is a little serious, and I want to do a little serious, and so there's going to be also a third one. But I haven't chosen a reference yet. That's going to come after this is finished. Ah yeah, the reflections looking good, I think. I like that. Of course, with the wet and rainy scene, you can completely go nuts on the effects and details. I hope I can reason myself today a bit But as I said on Wednesday, we are going to finish this today, no matter what. And of course, let's have some little... Come on. Of the orange coming from the background here. Like this. No, I've not been to Japan, unfortunately. I would really love to go there. But as you know, traveling right now is not very much possible. And my travel budget has to go up a bit. I guess I have to save some money to really, like, when I go there, I want to have a really nice and long trip, not a 10-day visit or something. So, but I'm pretty sure there will come the day where I visit Japan, maybe together with my wife. So, yeah. Looking forward to that. So next, to make this look a bit more realistic and a bit more interesting, I'm going to cut out a few areas here, like this. Like this. If a photographer owns that picture, yeah, there is a photographer who owns that picture, yeah, there is always, because someone took that picture and then they have the right to it, of course. If you use it, then it depends on how much you change, at least to German copyright law. I don't know how it's internationally, but to German copyright law it is. There is a red line that you have to step over in editing the image. And when the red line is defined by, are you creating a new piece of art out of it? Or is the original piece of art still the same, you know? And you can use anything, any copyrighted material, as long as you change it so much, and it has to be changed quite a lot, so that it can be considered as a new piece of art. That's the rule there. Of course, with using this photo here as a reference, there's absolutely no danger, because obviously I'm creating a whole new piece of it. Not even any photo retouching, but a whole new drawing. But if I can find, I'm not sure who the photographer is here, but I'm going to try to research that, and I'm going to give them a shout out, of course, because I just think it's good behavior to shout them out and to say, hey, look, I have used your photo as a reference here. Your photo has been a great reference. Thanks for taking this, and whatever. I've done that before, and in 99% of cases people are really, really happy about you giving them a shout out and feel honored that their photo has been used for creating a piece of new art. So this layering method here, again, I said it before, I could push that to the absolute max here. If you have the time and the patience, you can like use this kind of layering to the absolute infinite here, to kind of infinity, because with reflections and light effects and like little water puddles here and there. I'm going to add some puddles later, but yeah, that's a method you can really add more and more and more realism and effects, and it will look great. But there's a certain point, at least for me, where I say, okay, now it doesn't make sense to like putting half an hour in it. Makes the image like 10% better. Putting another hour in it makes the image 5% better. Putting another 2 hours in it makes the image 1% better, you know? And there's a certain point where I think, okay, now it's good, because I could, of course, push the last 1% out of it, but it'll take me lots of time, and I don't want that. I have no patience. Told you before, very impatient. And so there is a point where it's fine for me. What I still need to do is darken the corners here and there. And I'm not sure if I should use an airbrush for that. Yeah, maybe. White Star, glad you like it, thank you. It's art hard, it's the law of diminishing returns. What I just explained, is this the right term for that? That's great, thanks. I always love to learn new terms for complicated things. So with this lighting here, what did I do? I even made the whole perspective and direction of the viewers that the viewer's eye is going to take when watching this or looking at this for the first time even stronger, because the street here before was a plain, just a flat and plain area, and flat and plain means it doesn't lead the eye to anywhere. Of course the eye is led through the perspective lines here, this is completely sure, but now through putting dark areas here and here and having this kind of beam of light or light area through the reflection, I lead the viewer's eye even more to here, to the vanishing point or to the horizon here. That's just what, and that's not only, of course, not only leading the viewer's eye. This is just a piece for fun. This is no advertising or whatever. I don't need to lead the viewer's eye here to anywhere. Everyone who looks at it hopefully enjoys it, and that's it. But at the same time, it makes the image look more interesting, and also creates a contrast and tension between the areas of the image, which makes it more enjoyable. At least in my head, it's working like that. I hope it does. Okay, a few more things to do. All right, art with Ems. Hello, Ems. Thank you very much for coming on board. So I'm erasing the darkened pieces out of the lamps because I want the lamps to shine a bit later, so we don't need any shadow in there. Doesn't make sense. And these should blink later. I'm not sure if to... No, it's going to stay like this. So now I can add the effects I have put into into it on Wednesday. Like let's turn those on, which is this one here, which adds a little bit more fogginess. I'm going to turn it down a bit. I think it's maybe too strong now. And another fogginess effect, which turns the background. I'm going to switch this off for a moment so we can have a better look at it. Which turns the background a bit, makes it a bit less saturated and a bit more blue. So it does look also the distance effect is coming in better and looks a bit more foggy, but I think I'm going to turn it down up here a bit. Don't like it.
Oh, hello there!
Oh, hello there! Now it worked with the new sound. Single person. Oh no, you're not single anymore again. You're not single anymore. You're with us now. Hello. Thanks for following. So, I am still missing like a few or a little bit of even more fogginess. Which is why I'm thinking about creating... Someone of you had the idea of placing clouds up here on the sky, in the sky, which I'm going to try. Oh, and one more thing. One more other thing. I have to look how many layers I have left. 2. Shit. I have to merge some layers. 2 layers left. So, okay, what do we have? We have these 2 here. They can be merged, definitely. And we have the shadows. Can also be merged like this. Perfect. And I want to... okay, now the lines are all on one layer. This looks kind of not completely bad somehow, but I'm just the outline kind of guy. Another trick we're going to do is coloring the outlines, not black, but a little bit of different. Like in the background here, you see this is no black, but this is blue, mid blue. And I like to do that because then the outlines blend in a bit more, and I just like that kind of look. Can be very dark blue maybe. Let's see. I'm just using the clipping mask here. So you see this is not dark enough. Like this here may be the darkest area I have in the image, and this doesn't work out. So I'm going to put it a little bit darker blue. Yes. Yes, maybe even almost black. I think it can be almost like this. So comparison before and after. Do you see a little difference? Yes, you do. Art hearts. Do you have a method for layering without it being a complete mess? Well, no. I'm sorry. This is in Photoshop, where I have kind of unlimited layers. I tend to create a mess too. I try to keep it in groups. Like also in Procreate, you can use groups, as you may know. I hope it's completely simple. You just pick 2 and tap group on the top right here. So you can organize them a bit, but in Procreate I usually keep very much track of the layers because there's just only 15 or 20 available in this drawing because the canvas is too large to have more. So I don't need to organize them because I know in my mind what's where, and it's not so bad if I mess one up because the chances are that I find it again. In Photoshop, I tend to really lose layers and don't know where I have them, and have to check the boxes all over and over because I can't find it and can't click on it because there's overlays and stuff, you know. So no, I'm sorry, I don't have a very good idea. Almost every artist I know, any artist I know, messes up their layers. But the most important thing is that you work with the layers, and so you can change things afterwards. And okay, Sophie. Wenn du einen modifizierst und dann abgewandelten Original... Ja, doch, das kann... Das ist easy. Du musst den vorher kopieren. Du slidest nach links, machst duplizieren. Dann kannst du den ändern und hast den dann ja quasi als zweiten Pinsel abgespeichert. Aber also, das sollte man, glaube ich, vorher machen, weil ich glaube, nachträglich geht das nicht. Also du änderst immer fest den du ausgewählt hast. Mama Duck canvas size is I always want to work on a size that allows me to print it afterwards. So this is maybe also going to be a print later when it's finished. And this means I have to work with large canvases. This is, I think this should be 5,000 to 4,000 pixels. Yeah, it's a bit higher. It's a bit more vertical layout. Which here you see it, 5,286. I don't know why it's such a strange number actually. I know it's A3 size on one side, so it has this dimension. And if you want to know how large if you want to print it, and you want to know how large you have to set it, you can just set it up in the program, or you have to calculate it because for printing you need 300 dpi. I stands for inch. If you want a 10-inch print, you need 10 times 300. It's 3,000 pixels. With 3,000 pixels you can print 10-inch. That's the calculation behind it. That's literally the only math I know. MU, hello, nice to see you. Santi Kaste, do you like photo montage? Yes, I do. I don't do them. I'm not very super good at photo retouching, so I'm not. I just didn't enjoy photo montage when I tried it. I had to do some back in my training as a media designer because it was part of the training at school, and had also to use it at my employers projects, but I didn't enjoy it a lot actually. So let's try the cloud thing before I completely lose track here. I think I could maybe add some loose structures here, like this. Pick a darker gray here, and then let's see what happens. Not sure if this is cool or not. Maybe very subtle, with a very light. I think this is maybe interesting, but not so fluffy, but more like this maybe. A3 should be 3,508, yeah, and what do I have here? Look at the top, 3,508. That's the short that's the short side. So I put the short side to A3, but as I have a more vertical layout, it's a bit more on the long side. That's the reason. But at least now I know that my guess was correct. So you really liked my tips for art blocks. That's great. Did you all read my long story today? I hope so. Or just as you like, of course, if it's helpful. Yeah, it was really a bit overwhelmed by all the responses I got, actually, because I didn't expect so much. Yeah, well, it made me a bit sad, actually, because I got messages from so many people are struggling with their art, and it makes me a bit sad when I read that someone tells me that they hate their style. Like, there's really not only single people, but several telling me that they hate their style, which is hard stuff, I guess.
All right.
But I'm glad that the feedback was great and people seem to enjoy what I tell about getting motivated and stuff, and how to keep your motivation up, or at least how I do it. Seems like these are a bit darker here. Why is that? Okay, but it's not that bad. So yeah, but it also motivates me to make more of these stories and to share more tips. But I really don't know where to start, because I got so many questions and so much feedback. Very good feedback also. Right now I'm not sure where to start, because I really would need to write a book if I wanted to reply to everyone in detail, and if I wanted to help really everyone very, very precisely and very individually. But I don't have plans to write a book. I'm not going to do that in the near future. I have other things to do first. Okay. Yes, Milky, I would crop it a bit for different sizes of print. Fortunately, on InPrint, where I most enjoy selling prints because the quality is so great there, they actually can print this size. So this would work. And for other printing occasions, I would maybe crop it. Yeah, that's right. So adding a little glow here to the lights or to the lamps. So they can be a bit shy. I think the main problem with art styles and comparing yourself and not being happy is that you are now in the position that you can always, at any time of the day, open up your browser or your smartphone and see really fantastic pieces of art from professionals who are doing this stuff for 15 years or whatever, and who are just super trained and really good. And it's completely normal, and the yeah, the obvious way to compare yourself to these people, because you of course also need idols and need people to look up to, and you need a goal. It's like, hey, in a few years I want to be able to draw like this person. This is completely fine, and it's good. You have to do that I think you have to do that to get better, set you some really high goals. But in the meantime, if you're not maybe go to art school and have a lot of people around you who are at the same level as you, you may forget to compare yourself to people on your level. Not only professionals or whatever, but people who just try the same you try and want to get there. And this is really dangerous, because it doesn't make sense to compare yourself to people who have 10 years are 10 years ahead of you. You can't reach those people within half a year or 1 year or even 2 years, because they have 10 years. They're 10 years up front of you, and and this is, I think, people are somehow, I have the feelings people are somehow comparing themselves more and more, of course, through social media. I don't want to now rant about social media, but it's definitely a reason. People have access to all this great art. They don't have to buy a book and go through that book and be completely in awe about the art. They just have to open up Instagram to see fantastic pieces of art. And then I think there's a lot of people not having this mindset and not having the patience also to just do this 10 years of work or even more to get there. They want to have shortcuts. They want to know how to get this good in like 2 months, but this doesn't work. And that's the same thing with art styles. Your art style develops on the way and still develops. My own art style is also still developing. I don't have my art style and only work in this style. In 5 years or even in half a year, my work will look a bit different from what it looks now, because I am developing. Everyone's developing. But if you were a very young artist, you are developing faster. Like you'll see results quicker than if you're a professional, because of course as a professional you have done all the basics, and you have earned you have earned the basics, and you know that. So I think that's the main problem about this whole crazy art style discussion going on about how do I find my art style. You don't find it, it finds you. It gets to you if you work on it. Not on the art style, if you work on your art and keep up. And then it's how do I read about how do I decide for a certain art style. You don't decide for it. You do what you love to do and what's fun to you and what you think is makes you happy and what just works for you, and then your style develops. It's not that you go to art style shop and say, oh, this style is nice, oh, this is nice too, okay, I only can have one, what do I decide for? You can also have several art styles like I do also vector illustration for a lot of clients, and this stuff looks way different from what I'm doing right here. So yeah, instead of worrying about what art styles and what style you should choose, you should just create and do and work and do it a lot. And if you think you're done, you're just filling up another sketchbook. Then eventually the style will find you. This could be the saying of like an Indian ghost. Or not an Indian, Native American ghost. You don't say Indian anymore. You don't find the style finds you. So I think this is the core of every of these discussions and problems that people have. This is the core, and can't say it often enough. Only a lot of hard work will get you there. But I don't want to make the impression that it annoys me. I can absolutely relate to it, and I can understand that. I ask myself all the questions. Maybe you have to go through this. And I'm glad if I can help with some advice and tips here and there, like on my Instagram. So one thing I almost forgot, but I'm happy I remembered now, is that I wanted to add some reflections on the glass here and there, and also on the car windows and on the glass fronts of some of the buildings. Going to do that now. Oh yeah. Comparing art to fitness is actually a cool way of seeing it, because it's a comparison that doesn't come to your mind at first, I guess. But yeah, I think there's no one expecting going to like a fitness club and being a complete Hulk after 1 week, right? Or even after a month. That's actually quite similar to art. Okay, we have a front here. Going to select that with the auto selector, because this is much easier in this case. It's quite bright. I'm going to make it darker first, and then add like a little reflection again. Oh, drink. Yes. You seem thirsty. Always, always thirsty. Cheers. Thanks for motivating you. Yeah, sure. Always a pleasure. So if I can motivate people by just talking some or speaking out some thoughts I have, I'm happy to motivate you a lot. Yes, never too late to start. I mean, I picked up regular digital drawing only 2 years ago. I haven't. I almost really stopped creating hand-drawn art. I only worked with vector illustration for a while because it, to be honest, it also makes better money. But I only started with Procreate 2 years ago. Of course, I had all the basics, but never too late. I only wish I had started with posting on Instagram a bit earlier, maybe, and maybe just streaming here on Twitch, because I wouldn't have expected it to be such fun. But well, what can you do? Nothing. Okay, so I'm quite happy with it so far. Or what, not so far, but right now with the current stage we're in. So I think we're coming close to the animation phase, which I'm very much looking forward to. I'm really excited about animating this. Going to add something here, like a little bit of fog. That damn fog, I can't get loose of that damn fog. So you're planning some kind of drinking hype train, right? May I remember you that I'm German. I don't have any issues with gulping down a whole glass of beer at once. Yeah, my drunken art actually doesn't look very different. So, yeah, the puddles are missing. Oh, the puddles are going to be a little bit special here, I guess. Oh, the puddles. How do I do that? I'm thinking about merging all the layers. If I'm really completely finished with everything, merging it all, and then just mirroring it and putting the puddles, like, I'm going to show you what I mean. I think this may be the best option anyway. And I think I don't need all the layers for the animation. I'm going to do the animation completely on top of the merged image. Beer is bread, yes. There's a saying in German, I think 7 beers is like 1 bread. Oh, no, one, not a bread, but a schnitzel. What am I talking about? Of course, 7 beers is 1 schnitzel. Yes, that's how it goes. But as a vegetarian, I don't eat schnitzel. So, okay, I'm now going to copy this whole thing, because if I fuck it up, I want to have the option to go back. So always make a safety copy before merging, because, oh man, I would feel really, really nervous if I merged all the layers without a safety copy. So I'm going to group this and then merge. This worked very fine. Also including the background. So we have the whole image now on 1 layer. Yes, Kartoffelsuppe is also good. Potato soup is also very, very much appreciated. Okay, what? I wanted to turn the reference on so you can see what I'm doing is. So let's try this. If I want to have a puddle like here, like this. What about copying that whole image then? Vertical mirror. Now I have to find, of course, the right position, which would be, if it's down there, it's maybe somewhere here. Not sure. And now I trace this whole thing. Of course, again, I could do this all by hand, but I'm a lazy fucker and I don't want to do that. And now erase it. I have a little reflection here, right? Is this looking like a correct puddle? Somehow, yes. Somehow, yes. Maybe putting it a bit down with a little bit of good old space noise so it doesn't, the reflection isn't so intense. Like this. Huh. Actually doesn't work too bad, right? What do you guys think? Maybe on the edges? I guess on the edges could be some... You in the Netherlands have 2 beer is 1 slice of bread. That's funny. So let's see what's the better deal. 2 beer, like you could have 3.5 slices of bread for 1 schnitzel. That's not too bad. That's actually, it's a good deal. By the way, my favorite, or I have, I like Grolsch beer very much. We always have it when we visit Ameland. Vakantie op Ameland. We always have a lot of Grolsch, and I like it. And you can get it here in Münster in a lot of bars, because yeah, we have like a Grolsch. Is it from Groningen or from Enschede? I'm not sure. I think it's even from Enschede, right? Because that's only 45 minutes by car, so it's common to get it here on the bars. Yes, Vakantie op Ameland. Okay, I like the puddle. I like it. Maybe the reflection is a bit too heavy, but it's actually working quite good. So let's have like another one more. Maybe here in the front, so we have a nice effect on the foreground. Like it could bleed into the foreground or into the like this. Let's try this. Okay, where would be, I'm really bad at calculating where the reflection would come from. Like we're looking down, and so maybe somewhere like here, but I'm not sure. This is really trial and error, but this is trial and error, and trying to make things look somehow right is one of my favorite favorite tasks. Maybe here, so we can get a little bit of the sky. I don't know if it makes sense. I don't care. Keeping the dark outlines on the puddle. It should be the same color as everywhere on the outlines. The only thing I don't want to hear from you, by the way, is that I did any mistake on the Japanese signs. Mask. So the outlines are all the same color, actually. They're just a bit, there's some texture here over them, so they may look, some parts may look less dark, but yeah, I'm going to keep that. This reflection, this is almost, I think almost over, a little bit over glowy, shiny, but I think it's still good. So I don't like it when things get too you know, too glowy and too bling bling. But yeah, it's no, it's cool. It's cool. Blends in. Grolsch is nice, yes. You Dutch people call maybe what's called in Dutch Grolsch. You should try Grolsch Herbstbock. Herbstbock. Yes, we have Bockbiere here. It's called yeah, also Bock beers. Like we have a May Bock, and also usually some kind of autumn or winter style Bock beers. And yeah, I like them. But you have to be careful, they make you drunk quite quickly, because like I had a winter bock and it had 8% or so, and you had 2 of it, and yes, you feel that if you drink a bit fast. But I'm dry here, so I need something new, and I also need to take a leak, so let's have a little pause. I'm quite happy with the current state of the image. I would say, if this was not an animated piece, I would say I could add like, just a second, I want to add a detail here. I would now add maybe or make a little color correction. I'm going to do that later, but yeah, well, if this was just a drawing, I would do the color correction now, add a bit of texture, and then it, from my point of view, it would be done actually. But we want to animate today, so we're going to do that and have some rain animation and also blinking hazard lights on the car. I hope this all works with the rain, with the puddles, but we don't care about realism here, okay? We don't need any waves in the puddles, only some rain. That's it. Yeah, so pause time. Let me know any questions if you have in the meantime. I'm going to put this here on pause. 2 minutes maybe, and then I'll be back. Oops, this one's right. And here we go again. There I am. So. Japanese signs looking nice. Oh, I'm very happy about that. Document setup. Oh, you got an answer already. Yes, it's A3, but a bit higher. So the longer side is a bit longer than usual A3. I should really be a Brewdog influencer. I think I'm. In my opinion, they should pay me a bit of money that I'm always drinking their beer here on stream. But well, it would be my first ever influencer deal. And what a deal it would be. 1 year of beer supplies. Maybe as a reward. Okay. So we have Elvis juice here. Elvis juice. Grapefruit infused IPA. Yes, Brewdog IPA is delicious. I would love to have a year of supplies by them. Yeah, actually, the resolution, the DPI is only a number to calculate between pixels and the size of a paper or a print poster, whatever. So you only have to care about DPI when you want to calculate the pixels you need for a certain print size. Other than that, it's completely... I could set this document here on 1 dpi or 10 dpi and it wouldn't make any difference. As long as it has the right pixels. It's just a number to calculate. Because people or not always, but I often hear people telling me that I make a mistake when I set up a, I don't know, 5,000 pixel document with 72 dpi, but it doesn't matter. Chocolate fudge stout. That's 11.5. Yeah, that's something. That's one of those beers you can only have one, and one tastes good, but you don't need a second, right? Chocolate fudge stout. Which brand? Is it a known brand? Cheers, by the way. Grapefruit, yes, the IPA bitterness, like that. I have regular watchers know that Riegele of Augsburg is my favorite brewery in Germany, maybe, and I have some crazy specialties back in my shelf. Maybe I'm going to have one next week. And there's some really crazy stuff in there. I'm excited to taste them. So, animation. Let's first do the simple thing of having the blinking hazard lights. This is really very simply done. Oh no, in the color correction, I'm sorry. I usually do a very short color correction with the color balance tool here, just to see if I can tickle out a bit more crisp colors out there, because yeah, when working with the color scheme or the color palette, sometimes in the end you see that there's need for for the image to turn a bit more into a red or blue mood, and that's an easy way to make a little bit of adjustment. Like if you turn this, this is now the dark tones, so as you see I can control the dark areas here and completely change the whole thing. Oh, this old school, this looks like an old film, right? This is also not going to keep it like this, but this kind of is quite interesting. So bit more red and a bit more blue in the shadows, and maybe slightest bit of green. And then we have the middle tones where we most likely do the same. So you see, we can turn this into quite a warm scene again here. I don't want that, but it's interesting that it's possible through this correction. And these will most likely stay the same. Yes, this is not going to be changed. Let's see. It's a bit too red on the shadows actually. Let's turn it back a bit. Yes, I like that. Let's do that. Oh, Streamlabs bot exactly knew what he had to post again. It was kind of a nice coincidence. Oh, the giveaway is already closed actually, but I think you have to. You did. You entered, right? I see you entered a few hours ago. We're just waiting for Cam Machine to do the raffle. She's going to do that when she's, when she comes online, which should be. I think she said right about around now, so could be any minute. But let's see. Let's continue work on this, and then we're going to see. So, yes, hazard lights, animation panel on. Let me explain to you how animations work. Maybe in Procreate, you can do frame by frame animation here, which means every single layer here is one frame, animation frame. You can also group this, and then one group is one frame, which is also very, very helpful if you want to add several parts of animation in there. Of course, we want the background to stay the same, and yes, I'm going to do an animation today. Yes, first time on stream actually. Of course, we wanted to stay the background, to keep the background the same all the time. So we're going to set this as background here, and this doesn't change. This is not considered as a frame now. Only the other layers. Yes. Ah, there she is. Hello, hello, hello. You got some winners, yeah. You can announce them yourself if you want. So it's all your idea of gifting these subscriptions. So let's hear some winners. Great. I'm excited. If you do a shout out, if the winners are Ah, there we are. Nice. If the winners are here, just let us know. Mama Duck, the universe, and GDP art. Do we have some winners? If not, we're going to do that on Discord and we give the subscription later. But no one's here? Yes, announce it on Discord, please. I think Mama Duck was, or what was their name? Yeah, Mama Duck was here before. Maybe they're just having a pause from the stream. Mama Duck was active on the chat today. So I can continue doing the animation, and if Mama Duck, the universe, and GDP art coming in here, let us know. Anyway, congrats to those three, and thanks again, Machine, for doing that. So yeah, what I told you that the layers here are all single frames, and for the rain animation, I would say we would need like minimum 8, better 9 or 10 layers of frames, so the rain looks kind of realistic, or at least a bit. And so the hazard lights I'm going to do what I have in mind, they should blink every 10 frame round of 10 frames, you know. So let's say we have 10 frames. Within these 10 frames, I want the hazard lights blink up and down, get bright and get down in between. So I'm going to add 10 frames here now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, now I'm just starting to like let's say it happens in the middle, like on the third frame. It's going to yes, bon appetit. Second that. So it starts with a little spark here. Then it's larger. Oops, this looks weird now, but I promise it's going to make sense later. I just have an idea. I think I don't want to have the blinking hazard lights every 10 frames, but once every 20 frames, because I think it would blink a bit too often otherwise. And I'm going to test that now. So I can set the frames per second here. 15 is a bit high, let's say 10 maybe. So, and now you see it's blinking. This is just a prototype to see how the animation works. It's not what it's going to look like in the end. This is just a test. I think it's good to have it every 20 frames. Let's add 10 more. Can I do that? No, I can't. I don't have enough frames. Oh, I have. Okay. So this would be the frequency with okay, this is a bit slow maybe. Let's put up the frames per second a little bit. See if it's... Oh no, okay, I think let's say every 15. So this is just testing, because with animation for me it's like I have to test I have to test a lot the timing, because you always have a feeling in mind what the right timing for something would be, but when you animate it, you often see that what you feel may not make sense every time. So there's a lot of playing around with timing for me. I think this timing works fine, so let's keep on. Oh, I have 2 new followers. I have to thank for following. Majima Goro and Antelak Week. Thanks, you guys. Hope you have a nice day. Enjoy the stream. Welcome on board. Yeah, well, I think a realistic hazard light would blink a bit faster, right? Yay! New subscriber! Cat Scratch, thanks a lot! The biscuit is celebrating you. Thank you very much for subscribing. Much appreciated. So hazard lights are... I think they don't pop up that in that style. I think they flash very fast and then like this. Yes, I think that is better. Maybe 1 more frame so it is a bit longer. And I also should not forget the little one here. It's a bit, I think it should be faster. I think it's a bit slow. Well, I think this is more realistic. I don't know what hazard lights look at in Japanese cars, but yeah. Artard, you're off to buy a beer. Yes, very good decision. Get one. Cheers. I don't want to create any alcoholics here on my stream, but oh, Squirrel Patrol, the first today. How can that be? Why? Why so late? Okay, come on, Squirrel, let's go on patrol. Fire! Squirrel Super Saiyajin. Okay, so, and now I have the basic lights turned on here. Now it's time for some flashy effects, of course, because the light is glowing and all right. So, another look. Who is joining the House of Plastic? Aurea Tora. Thank you for following. So the right light looks as if it is a bit slower somehow. Okay, maybe we should, or I should erase one of the frames because I think the lights turning off looks a bit weird. Maybe even I'm doing even a hard cut. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to add or trying a bit of brighter inner of the light here. Lights are sometimes simple, sometimes challenging. This is not so simple. I don't know the flickering. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try to erase these and duplicate these to create a bit more calm. Yes, this is better. How do you optimize GIFs for posting on Instagram? I don't post any GIFs on Instagram. That's something you shouldn't do at all, because GIFs they come, if they aren't really very much large, they come with low quality. So if you want to post an animation on Instagram, please do yourself a favor and upload an MP4 video file. Always. Instagram can handle that. Has to be at least 3 seconds. Oh my god, 3 seconds. So if it's not 3 seconds, you can just put the animation twice, and then, like, if it's 2 seconds, just double it, and you have 4 seconds. So that's enough. Oh, you meant animation. Yeah, too much beer. Other than that, it can be a quite large file. It doesn't matter. Instagram doesn't hurt you when you upload like a 30 or 40 MB file. So you can, they compress it, of course, but usually it looks okay. Try to keep it like over, I would say, 1,500 pixels or so. Oh, drink, yes. I just wanted to do that. Cheers, thanks. You're in a little bit of devilish mode today. So, okay. Maybe put it to 10 per second. Okay, do we have 10 frames now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. 10 frames. And 10 frames per second means our animation is going to be 1 second long only. But that's perfectly enough. Next would be to add some reflections. So it makes the animation look much more realistic later. You'll see. Like here. Here's one. Maybe here. And then of course on the ground. These little stipples, like mini reflections, happen because the ground is not completely flat. It's not a perfectly flat surface. So when you imagine having a ground of stone or concrete or asphalt, there's always little bumps in there, and the bumps point, sometimes just little pieces of them point in the direction of the lights, so the light gets reflected, and that's where these little stipples come from. Same effect as when you watch a sunset and you see the sun reflecting in the waves and it looks like a beam over the water. That's because of the waves. Ah, 2 of them reacted on Discord. That's good. They should should tell us their names on Twitch though, so we can. Okay, Mama Dark is the same obviously, but the others should tell us their names on Discord so we can you can give them their gifts. copy this one again. Oops. Oh yeah! This is fucking awesome. Yes, it is. Someone did subscribe. Ah, okay. It's the gift. It's great. Come playing some serious music here. Oh my god, I hope this is not going to produce any Twitch strikes here. Copyright strikes. Cole is Fickle wants me to drink again. Thanks and cheers. Damn, 5 gifts already. That's a number. Very good. So, how does it look now? Yeah. Some nice reflections. Decent. So this would be, of course, animation enough for today, but no. We're going to push it further. I want to add Don't rain on my parade. Is that a song? Yeah, I answered your question accidentally. Yeah, I could try to line it up. Maybe it would look even more like real rain. But I'm not sure if this is worth it, because it's really a lot of work, because I have to keep track of every raindrop and follow them along. Manui is there. Yes, you missed a lot of it, but I'm still streaming, so everything's fine. And yeah, the rain is coming down. I hope this will look good. And that I don't regret not keeping trace on every raindrop in the end. But I did that, for example, on my little robot journey animations, and there it looked good. So I hope it will work out. Maybe it's a bit too fast. Maybe it should be like 7 frames. That can be adjusted later, of course. You could make the drain on a different day maybe and keep duplicating it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That is... Actually, it's a very good idea. But the problem is that... I tried that actually, but then the raindrops all fall at the exact same pace, which looks kind of odd somehow. Maybe it's because of the perspective, and you need the drops in the background fall slower, like not slower in reality, but slower for the eye than those in the foreground. But yeah, it somehow looks weird, you know. But yeah, it's a good idea actually. So, good call. I'm going to try it this way now and see if it looks good, and if it doesn't, I need to try it a different way. Yes, that's a good call, Milky. Let's try it. I'm also thinking about erasing some, or changing the opacity of the rain later just a little bit, going into the background so it isn't also completely hard white. Going to try that later, I guess. And of course we are going to need some drops splashing when they hit the ground. It's also something I'm going to do. Yeah, rain can be a lot of work. Ja, gute Nacht, ihr beiden. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Und das Ergebnis kommt dann bald auf Instagram und überall, wo es mich gibt. Ihr müsstet übrigens bald dann mal auch einen WG-Stream machen eigentlich, oder? Ja, go for it. Sehr gut, das hört sich gut an. Bin gerne euer erster Special Guest. So, frame number 9. My patience is again pushed to the limit here. It's a bit of the same right now, but it's okay. All right, have a nice shift at the store. See you soon. Ooh, stretch yourself. Oyasumi? Was ist denn Oyasumi? Ich muss mich jetzt stretchen. I gotta stretch myself. Oh first stretch of today. This was about time, I think. Good night, gute Nacht, bis bald. Whoa, I almost kicked my TV. I'm you. I'm going to answer your question in a minute. Just a little standing stretch for the legs. Yes, very good. Cheers. Very good. Thanks for the stretch. That was really about time. So, starting and finishing the painting in one session, no. That is, for me, not possible because I make... I usually do shorter sessions of drawing, and this one here takes around 10 hours, maybe, I guess. Let's see what I'm at now. Okay, I'm at 13 hours, but including talking on the stream and showing stuff and everything, plus animation. So this is not possible to do it in one. Actually, this one is the third session on this here. If I had done this without streaming parallelly and everything, I would have finished this within 2 sessions, I guess. And I like to have a little break of sometimes a few days between the sessions, because it helps me to get a fresh view on a piece. So this is anyway a good workflow for me too. Most times I work on like 2 or 3 drawings parallelly. And if I'm not in the mood after doing line work, I pick one where I have to color something and vice versa. So yeah. Okay, let's see how the animation looks. There's one break, I think. There's one break. Maybe it helps if when we put it on ping pong. No, ping pong is not a good idea. There's one break between 2 frames. Yeah, I think it's actually the last and the first. So let's put the first to another place, like this. Let's see how that looks. That's better. That is better. And now I would like to soften the rain, especially in the background. I think it's too overlaying the drawing too much. I'm just erasing right now. And hoping that this is going to stay consistent in the end. We'll see. I think it can be even less visible, the rain. Maybe it's just a little bit of so I don't want it to be too much in the focus of the image. Just there to support the whole mood and not to be the main attraction. Yes, this is better. Yeah, funny thing is, I think it fits very well to the music right now. I think it blends in perfectly. So now I'm going to add some like little splashes here and there on the umbrellas here, on the everywhere, I think. Yes, you asked actually just in the right moment. Sure, some splashes are helping helping the realism factor here a lot. You will see in the end that this will make really cool difference for those who have a closer look. See. I didn't learn Japanese. I just look how the signs are and repaint them. I would love to be able to read it, but no. I am not able to. And I learned that the regular Google Translator is absolutely not useful for translating. I wanted to write something special on there, but it doesn't work. First time you see someone animating, yeah. I guess Procreate isn't really known for animation, but to me it's really a secret tip, because the feature is built very simple, like only the core features you need for an animation, I would say, but it's great. And it's big fun working on animation here. You can't expect some pro features or something you could do in After Effects or whatever, but for a simple frame-to-frame animation like I'm doing here, it's very much fun. So you see the little drops coming down here and there are really adding something. Could be even more here in the foreground, I guess. Like here, just some random sprinkles. Actually, it's raining a bit more heavy than I had in mind in the first place, but I don't care now, it's okay. Those poor guys have to walk through quite a strong rain now. I bet after I post this, at least 5 or 6 people will contact me about doing a lo-fi album cover for them. Oh. All right. Yeah, it's the same principle as GIF making, that's right. Sure, GIFs are frame by frame animations, and this is just what this is. Yes, meow, I would love to have some extended options for animations, definitely. But yeah, as you say, maybe this should be a separate app, because yeah, I think this would maybe maybe get the focus away from what Procreate is there for. So Ito has Ito, I'm just calling you Ito. Hello, nice to see you. It's not much, yeah. Doesn't matter. Welcome to the stream. Happy you're here. Yeah, what I was just saying is I think they shouldn't lose the focus on the drawing aspect, and I'm really super happy that they added this little animation option there, so I can do stuff like this here without heading to without having the need to go to another app. But we'll see. I think they shouldn't do something like yeah, maybe keyframe animation like in After Effects. I think that would be too much, and I don't think they're going to do that. But yeah, a little few more features, like an extended version of the animation layer window where you can have more options and stuff. That would be great. Rod, yeah, I'm using a screen protector. I think I have it in here. Do I? No? Why does the command not respond. I'm using the Paperlike, and you can find a link down there. I'm actually a Paperlike affiliate, so if you want to get it, there it is. Paperlike screen protector. If you want to get it, there's a link down there on my profile. So if you decide to get it, maybe use that link so I can I get a little tip then. Yeah, so this is it. Only thing that's missing now is my typical texture I always used. I have it here. Want to use the same as I used in the other Japan street drawing. Going to put that on the top here and set it to foreground so it doesn't get into the animation, and set it to soft light. Let's see how many percents we need. I think I'm going to use overlay instead of soft light because it fits better to the colors here. So like, yes, this is good. I think this is good. Okay, so this piece is actually finished now. The link isn't working correctly. Let me just have a look here. Huh, doesn't work actually. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't have to use my link. Like I get a little tip if you use it, but it's not. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I think I put the wrong link in there. Maybe this one is. Yes. Oh, you put it in. Yes, you're right. That's the correct one. Yeah. Thanks. Glad you like it, Manon. I'm I struggle with your name. You. Good night. 2 a.m. Yeah, that's a reasonable time to go to bed. Here it is, exactly 11 p.m. So still have a bit time before going to bed. But I'm going to close the animation here. So from my point of view, this is finished. Yeah, let me know any questions if you have any. Happy to answer everything you want to know, as always. Yeah, glad you like it. Oh, we can maybe already see who we're going to rate today. Let's see. Who's online? Ergo Josh is online again, but he's got the raid last time. Paul Canavan is online. He's also very nice. I think we're going to rate him maybe. Oh, Amy, okay. Oh, that's great, Amy. Sorry if you already told me to call you Amy and I forgot. When I wanted to drink. Meow, thanks for letting me drink. Yeah, guys, glad you like it. That's cool. Okay, if no one else has any questions, I would suggest rating Paul. You can see the final piece, of course, as always on Instagram and Twitter. Still, until Sunday, you can subscribe me here on Twitch and can get a chance, or not a chance, but if you subscribe, you can, if you want, get a live feedback by me personally on whatever you like, on your art or whatever. I'd suggest art.